Let's come back to the studio here in Lagos and permit me to just reel out these figures in terms of voter turnout for elections since Nigeria turned to democracy. 1999 it was 52%, 2003 it was 69%, 2007 57%, 2011 54%, and the lowest so far is 2015 at 43.6%. He has mentioned issues of awareness, that's the low awareness for the people, maybe on the part of INEC or the government. But what are the other factors that's accounting for this, increasing voter apathy in the country?
Okay, so awareness is a major issue and we all need to deal with it. But beyond awareness, we know that when especially general elections or governorship elections are coming, the atmosphere is heated up. So most of the time you find people who are not coming out, not sure of their safety. Election cycle in Nigeria is kind of branded with the possibility of violence. So nobody really wants to lose their lives. So you have that as an issue. You also have this general sense of disappointment in the democratic process. So today this man knocks on my door. It's just as ordinary as they come. And then I give him my vote and I can't reach him. I only hear, oh, he has that house. He's not delivering on his promises. So to the average man, he's like, okay, so what would that contribute to my daily bread? But in actual fact, it does contribute a lot. Or at least it takes away from it if you don't do the right thing. So beyond the awareness, there is that issue of people are disappointed in the system. People also have this feeling that, does the vote really count? Even those percentages we are talking about, is it really the people who came out? Because we know in several of the elections, votes have been allotted as if we are sharing our father's properties. So you have all of these factors, mitigating against people coming out to exercise that franchise. Notwithstanding that, if people are aware, my colleague in Abuja did say there is a lot of excitement. Yes, excitement, but you are excited today. You work on the island, you live in Abule. Throughout the week you're on the island, so there's no time to go try and get you. And if you decide to just stay back for a couple of hours during the week to see if you can pick it up, is it that easy? You're not going to get it. Is it that the machine is not working or some other problem? So people, even in spite of the excitement, they make the little effort that their circumstance can permit them, and the process does not encourage them. So that's why I insist that the system is not motivating. But we need to make extra effort as citizens, to make these things work.
Okay, Mr. Nwagu, you talked about the excitement. So let me paint this picture, because I went out to check this out. In Lagos, for instance, between Chevron Drive, Ajah, and that axis, there's just like one center for registration. And talking to some of the people that have gone there to register, you get there, you find one laptop, 3 people to attend to a multitude of people. So they might give you a tag and say you are number 1005. Do you think that kind of experience would, bring any form of excitement?
Well, my response to it would be, what you value is what you pay a lot of attention to. If you understand what is ingrained in the PVC, then whatever challenges that are on your way to getting it, you would work very hard to overcome it. Ingrained in that PVC is the cost of electricity, infrastructure, good roads, whether you have the right kind of leadership or not, is all ingrained just the same way a value is put into your ATM card. So my sense is that there are cost issues that are involved in the CVR. The cost issues is that, as you know, INEC is not deploying ad hoc staff. There is not any special, they are using the same, it's just recently that they have added more laptops and shared them across. But that really is not for me the issue. The bigger issue will be that it is continuous voter registration. It is no longer an event like it used to be, where in 3 weeks the process comes to an end. This will continue to go on until 6 months to the elections. So even if you are not able to register today, if you value the importance, if it means something to you, you would go out and ensure that it happens, while not excusing the inefficiency of the system. But my sense is that citizen participation needs to be encouraged, because you also have elite disinterestedness. People sit on their laptops, they talk about all the issues around the country, but that little effort that is necessary to contribute, to be part of this process, they are not willing to do it. So we need to, yes, there are obstacles, there are bottlenecks, but we must continue to encourage our citizens to say, look, this is important. There are countries where voting is compulsory. It's here, it is voluntary. But in its involuntariness is the need now for us to begin to say, look, if we want good leadership, the only acceptable leadership recruitment process in a democracy is elections. And so if we want to make changes, if we want to also keep those we want to keep, it is through this PVC. And once we realize that value, I think we will want to be able to surmount whatever obstacles is put on our way to get.
Let me ask your partner, Mr. Siaka, if he talks about elite disinterestedness, is it that they're not interested in the election outcome, or they're not interested in the country that they live in? Why do you think the elite are disinterested, but they talk the most about the situation in the country?
Yes, all right. If you are talking of the elites, it depends. That means you have to still categorize them. We have the elites who still believe in doing things the old way. Then we have the other group who don't just even care, who doesn't have any quest for knowledge, doesn't care to know what is happening around you. It was put by a wise man, I may not be able to quote his name directly, that if you refuse to participate in a political setting, you will be ruled by your inferior. And you know what that felt out for you. Because if you sit down and there's somebody who's not even qualified, somebody who probably might have been an ex-convict, or who has a dubious character, find his way into such a revered office, and sit down there, make claws on your head. What do you think it is? You know, one thing we don't understand is that if you look at the rules of the thumb, when you are going to cast your vote, you are not going to vote for only yourself. You are taking that decision on behalf of your underage children, whom you have not even consulted. So I expect that you make that your thumb print a wise one, so that future gain will be limitless. So that is, it's been a very serious issue.